Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me and welcome to another Mass Make Monday. So this week we're making something that many of us have made before, I'm sure, but they're always handy to have. So this is two envelopes joined together, and we've got a nice decorative cover, writing space in the middle, nice decorative back. Of course, we've got the envelopes open for pockets, and this is going to go into a signature. So if you imagine this is my signature, you would get your writing spot and your pocket, and then on the other side another writing spot and a pocket, and in this case you can write on the back as well. So we're following Tina's Mass Makes again, so this is whatever week we're on. This is just my prototype, and we're going to give some of these a go. So I'm just going to find somewhere to put this out of the way. There we go. And I've prepared some things in advance just to make, well, the process a little bit less laborious. But yeah, it's they're really good. It's a really good project and very handy to have. So I'm going to start by tearing this book page around my these are my focal points for the front. So I've got this really nice brown French text that Elodie from Elodie's Craft Creations sent me. So I'm basically just going to get this used up, and it's a really nice colour for my project. So, and it's tearing really nice, it's like butter. So really good for a project like this. So of course, Mass Make style, we're going to get everything done, you know, repeat the process over and over again with the idea that we'll be a little bit quicker. But yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. Thank you again for joining me. I'm just going to come down a little bit actually, because I want text the whole way around. That's better. Yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. I'll tear it the other way, might be easier. And I hope you're excited for another Mass Makes. I certainly am. I do enjoy the Mass Makes. So we've got that. Okie dokie. So in my case, I've actually got a bunch of envelopes already joined together because I did these a long time ago. So those are both joined together, but I do have this one so I can show you. So these are just two packaging envelopes that I've got, and no matter what envelope you have, the idea is that one of the flaps goes inside the other envelope and we just glue it down. Hopefully my glues are not on strike because of the cold weather we're having. So yeah, this works for all envelopes that you've got, regardless of what size they are or what flaps you've got or anything. It's just in my case, I wanted to use the ones that I already had joined together, because otherwise these types of things get wasted. Okay, and then the other flap just gets glued to the back of the other envelope, and that's it. Really simple. Okie dokie. So this one I'm going to cut down probably because this is what I've got for the front. I might need to come in a little bit more with the book text on this one. So, but yeah, as you can see, I want to cut off the edge, but we'll come back to that one. Okay, right, I need the envelope. Lovely. Okay, so I've inked around everything just to save time. So we just want to glue the book page down. So yeah, I'm doing it Mass Make style. So it will be, you know, the same process several times over. But yeah. And I haven't inked around the envelopes yet. I'll do that after because yeah, it's just a bit of inking. And I've got these images from a paper pad that I'm using. As always, I will link the name of it or link to it down below, depending on whether I can find it or not, but either way, the name of it will be in my description box. In case you're wondering, it's a gorgeous pad. It's a wintry pad, but it's got like all the browns and greys and just perfect for my winter woods project I'm doing. It's funny, I get so stuck in like a very contemplative mood when I'm doing the mass makes, because it's just the same process repeated. So you can get so, I just find it incredibly therapeutic. So therapeutic that apparently I stopped talking. I've just had my lunch though, so I've got the afternoon slump. I only had a couple of sandwiches, but yeah, I just, I don't know. Lunchtime, you know, I just had my lunch, and obviously the mass makes, it does just put you into a bit of a contemplative mood, really. And this is my third video of the day, so I have done a lot of talking. Okay, right, let's sort this one out. So as I say, I want a little bit more of the envelope to show through, so I'm gonna have to eat into this a little bit more. That's fine, that's better. And I'm going to cut this one down just a tad, just so that I've got more of the border showing, that's all. I didn't have quite enough papers to do all of the envelopes that big size, because I'm trying to use up my scraps as well. So you get thrown off the mass make just temporarily, but that's okay. Might actually glue the other side. And as I say, these envelopes, I'll need to cut them down. But because you need to cut into your envelopes anyway to make the pockets, it doesn't matter if you have to cut things down, because well, you were going to cut into them anyway. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, regardless of what theme you're using, just as long as you've got, you know, a focal image and some envelopes and a bit of paper, you can make these. Okay, so that's that part done. Lovely. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these envelopes now, so that at least that part is done. So these become a nice little square. Lovely. And these want opening as well whilst I've got the trimmer out. So I'm just going to take off a slither just to open up each envelope. And same again. Like I said, these have been done, you know, a million times before. They're nothing new. But it's always nice to have, you know, this interesting page in your journals, and that's already open, which you can decorate up, but also have a handy pocket as well. I was just deciding I'll probably keep these, because these make cute little pockets at the bottoms of the envelopes, so I'm gonna pop those somewhere. Okay, so that is all of the fronts decorated and cut open. So now I need to do the middles. So what I've been doing is I've been putting some tape down the middle, just because, like, these have been tea stained and I haven't used the thickest envelopes in the world. So where I want to bind these into my journal, I just feel like the tape will, you know, keep things sturdy, especially as I'm using them as pockets. So I'll get all of these done. I'm mass make style again. I'll tell you what, actually, I will show you the next step. I will do it mass make style off screen, but you don't need to see me tape and glue 1,000 times. We'll do the middles next. So I've got this cardstock. Now I do recommend cardstock for the backs of the envelopes, because where you're going to slip things in and out of your envelope, you do want there to be some sturdiness here. So I'm lucky, I've got this lined cardstock, which actually were scraps from my Tim Holtz project that I've done recently. So I'm using these, but I would recommend cardstock if you're able to. But ideally you do have, you would want a writing spot. So I'm going around the edge of the card, and then I'm just coming inside the envelope, like so. Basically we want to get glue everywhere but this middle section. And obviously the tape does eat into the pocket a little bit, but only a little bit, so I don't mind it so much. So pop that down, lovely. That's that. And then we want to do the same on the other side. And whilst I've got you on pause, I'll ink around everything as well. Like I said, there's no point me doing things, you know, 101 times on the screen when, you know, you've gotten the idea straight away as to what we're doing. So, but for me, it's handy to do the mass makes. Just whilst I'm sat here, you know. So I've cut the cardstock a little bit smaller than my envelope, just because I prefer having a little bit of a border around my paper. I like the look of it. Okay, so that's that. How quick was that? And then we just need to cover the back, which I'm going to do with some digitals. So I will be back in a jiffy. I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit, and I'll probably do the inking, and then we can do the stamping and stenciling inside at the same time as well. So I'll be back very shortly. Alright, so that's all of the middles done, and I've also just put some digitals on the back just because I was just gluing them straight down. I'm just using some digitals from Victoria Designs, her Winter Wonderland kit, I think it's called. So I've got those. So now the very last step is I just want to do a little bit of stenciling and stamping inside the writing spots, and that's pretty much it. I mean, those came together really quickly, really short video, but I hope that you like the idea of them, and I hope that you want to go off and make some now. Of course it works for, you know, any theme. So I'm just doing some like T-ring and T-ring splash, T-splash stencils. I can't get my words out today. Just to give it a little bit of a something. And of course, great thing about stenciling and all that is it doesn't add any extra bulk. So we've got those, and then I was just very simply stamping a pine cone in the corner. Now one of them, I'm going to go this way actually, just to be a little bit different. Yeah, one of them I used one of my offcuts of Tim Holtz because it was in my stash and it was basically the perfect size, so I thought, you know, I'd best use it. So for that, I think I'm going to use a sticker instead, if I've got one on my desk. Oh, that one hasn't printed very well. That's that. And then just a little pine cone here. So I went with stamps and stencils, as I say, just to minimise bulk and all that, although I really need to learn to take a little bit more time over it so that I get a good print, but that's the thing with the mass makes, is I turn into Speedy Gonzales. So yeah, as I say, on this one, it could be a writing spot. I thought to put a sticker on, like I've done the stamping and that, but then of course this isn't a writing spot. So I don't know if I should just put some kind of, tell you what I've got. I've got some of that sticker paper, which I might put down. If I've got a piece that would work, and then that way it's still a writing spot. Alright, I've just torn down some sticker paper. So yeah, as I say, I ran out of that lined paper, which is why I had to use the cardstock. But how nice is that? It's all framed around. It's quite nice, that. And as I say, I don't want to eat into the writing space too much. So I'm just going to add a little pine cone. There we go. That was a very fast mass make today. I hope it wasn't too fast on the video. I think it's just because you really get into the flow of what you're doing. So yeah, as I say, we've got the pockets on each side of the envelope, and then of course we've got our writing spots in the middle. So I'm glad I showed you that, actually, because that's another way that you can do the writing spots. So obviously in my case I was lucky to have the cardstock that had lines on it ready for writing, but if you don't have that, then you could use any cardstock you've got and then just have a nice framed picture. So if you imagine it's inside a signature, you know, like so. It's quite nice, that. I kind of wish I'd done them all like that now, but as I said, I was just trying to use up my my scraps, and I had, you know, some of that lined paper left over from Tim Holtz, so that's that. I don't know if I'll add anything else to the front. There's the other one. You know, they could always have a word or a label or something, but I think until I know where they're going, I'll leave it as that. So I'll just bring them up, show you the nice pictures. Aren't they nice? I hope you like them. I hope you want to give this a go. As I said, the paper pad I'm using, and the digital actually, because I've got the digitals on the back, will be in the description box. I feel like I'm talking really fast. That's what the mass makes does to me. They just, they speed me up, I don't know. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry it was so quick today, but as I say, it was a really simple idea. Joining two envelopes, putting some tape down the middle, decorate the front, add some writing spots, decorate the back or add another writing spot, and then of course you've got a pocket page ready to go. So I hope you've enjoyed those. Thank you so much for keeping me company and watching along. I really do appreciate it. And more than anything, I hope you're feeling inspired to go off and do some mass makes. Thanks so much then, everyone, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now.